Hey guys, it's Mike here. So, you've seen an introduction video on who I am and a little bit of what I like and what I've listened to. And I'm going to get started on my first video here doing a top 15 list. I'm going to start with the girls' end of it because that's what I've been listening to a lot more than the guy groups. But I will have a guys list up fairly soon. So, let's not waste any time and let's get to it. So, at number 15 is Crystal from FX. You may know her as Jessica from Girls' Generation. That's her sister. I haven't seen much about her, but from what I've seen and when she's in the spotlight, she really shines. She definitely knows how to sing really well. So I look forward to seeing more of her in the near future. Number 14 is Yuna from Girls' Generation. Now, I really haven't seen much from her. It may be because that I've been paying more attention to the other girls in the group, or every time I see a program, she's usually not on it because she's been busy doing her dramas. But from what I've seen, I really like her sense of humor. I think she's really funny, and she's also a really good singer. So I need to see more of her, essentially. Number 13 on the list is Lizzie from After School / Orange Caramel. Now, when I first heard Orange Caramel and the song Lipstick, I really didn't pay much attention to Lizzie, and it's not because I didn't think she was interesting or anything. I wasn't really paying much attention to her, and after watching some after-school videos, I began to notice her a lot more, and she's actually really cool. She has a great sense of humor from what I've seen on her personal stuff, and I look forward to seeing more from her. I also got her card when I got Orange Caramel's first album, so that was really cool. Number 12 is Amber from FX. She's just a badass, just to put it out there. I think her rap parts in all the songs add a really interesting and really cool flavor to their songs, and yeah, she's just really cool. It's just that's pretty much all I can say. She's just awesome. Number 11 is Yuri from Girls' Generation. She's a great dancer and she's actually a really good singer. I think she needs to be featured more in the songs because she's overlooked. It's pretty obvious that she's overlooked. And I know some people like her a lot more than I do, but I mean, she's on my list, so I think she's really cool. Number 10 on the list is Hyun from Girls' Generation, and again, she's just one of those other badasses, in my opinion. She is easily the best dancer in the group, hands down. And if you need any proof of that, you can watch any of their videos. And she's also a really good rapper. I mean, listen to the song Max Step. She goes crazy on that, and she's awesome. And I personally think she's one of the funniest people in that group by far. So, number 9 is Jessica from Girls' Generation. Now, when I first heard Girls' Generation, I didn't know any of their names, of course. So I was actually given a photo as a reference with their names, and I picked Jessica mainly because that it was an American name, so I figured it wasn't going to be hard to forget. And I also chose her just because I thought she was cute. As I listened to more of Girls' Generation and more of the other groups, the other girls were just moving up my list, and Jessica is now just where she is now. It doesn't mean I don't like her in any sense. I still like her a lot. When I actually bought Mr. Taxi, I actually got her postcard in that, so that was really cool. And at that time, she was still my favorite. Actually, she was my second favorite. And she does have a really good personality. I know everyone calls her Ice Princess, but that's just because she has a hard time getting up in the morning. But yeah, Jessica's really cool. And if you ask me, she is one of the best singers in the group. She is one of the featured singers, so I mean, yeah, she's awesome in that respect as well. Number 8 on the list, we finally have a member of Secret on the list, and it's Hyosung. Now, when I first heard Secret, the first song I heard was Madonna, and I actually watched the music video. One girl really stood out in my mind, and she could dance really well, she could sing really well, and she looked really good as well. And that was actually Hyosung. And for a long time, I actually didn't know her name. I could only really identify her because she had the really cool hairstyles that stood out to me. She changes her style all the time, but it doesn't matter. It works for her no matter what. I think her voice is a really warm voice, and it fits really well into Secret. And I look forward to seeing more from Secret because I know they keep releasing stuff like crazy. And yeah, Hyosung she's really good. Number 7 on the list is Nana from After School / Orange Caramel. So where do I begin with her? Well, first off, she's gorgeous, so we could just go with that if I really wanted to. She definitely has a presence on stage. I actually like her more in After School than I do in Orange Caramel. And at first, I actually thought she was more of a serious person, and that was just because I was watching the lipstick video and she wasn't smiling as much as Reina or Lizzie. So I thought she was more stern in that aspect, but when I was watching more videos of her outside of After School and Orange Caramel, she has a great sense of humor, which is nice, and she even has extra talents like being a makeup artist. She's just a really cool person who I know people notice. Like every time I see After School video or Orange Caramel video, comments always go to Nana. So she stands out and she's just really cool. Oh, and that wink in the shampoo video from her, I know you know which one it is. She needs to stop it because it drives me nuts. Number 6 on the list is Taeyeon from Girls' Generation. She's also known as the kid leader of the group. She's definitely the top vocalist in that group. I mean, she can really sing. If you need any proof of that, just watch the video for Twinkle and also listen to the end of Genie, where she just kind of just goes off and does her own thing. She's fantastic. Even though she's the leader of Girls' Generation, she's actually quite dorky, and it's fun to watch her do funny stuff. She knows what it takes to be a great leader, and she knows how to pull it off. She also DJ'd for a while, and that she has a voice. She definitely has a presence when she's around people, and yeah, she's awesome. So we're on the top 5, and I think we could start with Sooyoung from Girls' Generation. What can I say about her? She's funny. If you need any proof of that, just watch the episode of Factory Girl where Tiffany, Sooyoung, Yuri, and Jessica go to New York, and she's speaking to a taxi driver. She's incredibly funny, and I really like her personality in that sense. I think she has a great sense of humor. I think she's one of the most overlooked singers in Girls' Generation. She's not featured that much, and I think she should be. But I could say that about any of the girls in that group. I think they should all be featured more. She's very talented. She's very, very, very pretty. There's no doubt about that. And I just think she's awesome. What else can I say? Number 4 on the list, that's actually 8. 4 on the list is Luna from FX. Now, I'll have to say that she is probably arguably the best female vocalist in all of K-pop. She just has such a great voice. It's just crazy. She's always smiling during songs, which always makes you it always makes you happy, because you know she's enjoying herself and she cares about the fans, and she loves exactly what she's doing. And she's just a caring person too. I watched a video where she did The Day the Sun Rises, and she actually signed while she was singing, and she did this because a fan wrote to her saying that she couldn't understand what they were saying. So she's just a really caring person in that aspect, and she gets so much respect from me. And she's quite funny too. Watch the episode of Taxi where it actually features Jessica from Girls' Generation as the main person, and they have a fun time in the taxi, and it's actually quite funny. She's just great, and I look forward to seeing more from her and seeing what else she has to offer, because there's so much more potential from her. I mean, she's at the top of her game now, but she's still young, so we can see a lot more from her down the road. And yeah, she's just awesome. Number 3 is Reina from After School / Orange Caramel. When I first saw Lipstick, because I'm going to go back to that, because that's the song that actually got me, that sealed it for me for K-pop. Now when I saw that video, I automatically went to Reina. I still looked at Lizzie and Nana, and I knew that their presence was there, but Reina was she was the focus of that for me. If you watch the video of Shampoo from After School, she's basically featured and spotlighted throughout that entire song. It's pretty much her song, even though all the other members sing it. I've seen videos of her being interviewed, and she's actually a really down-to-earth person. She's always hoping that she's doing her best and she's making the fans happy, which I know she is. I wish After School and Orange Caramel would put out more music. Now I know that Orange Caramel put out a Japanese album last month, but I haven't listened to it yet. So I know there's a couple songs on there that are not on the Korean album, but I'd like to see more of Reina, and I like to see more videos of her just being interviewed in general, because there aren't enough videos on YouTube of her being interviewed or spotlighted. I like her so much. I think she's just awesome, and she's just too. I'm stuttering here because she's just that awesome. Number 2 on the list is Tiffany from Girls' Generation. Tiffany. What can I say about Tiffany? She's just such a nice person. She's probably the nicest person in that group. Not saying that anyone else in that group is not nice, but she probably gets along with every single person she comes across. And I probably would say that if anyone, I would probably get along with her more than anyone in that group, mainly because she probably speaks English. No, she doesn't probably. She does speak English. So I know I could talk to her on that level. I know a lot of people put her on their top bias list for Girls' Generation, and I think it's for good reason. And she's just awesome. I would say that she's the second best singer in Girls' Generation behind Taeyeon, of course. Even when she's not trying to be funny, she just is. And she's just gorgeous. She's drop dead gorgeous. And she's just awesome. I can't say more than I have already said about her. She's just... It's Tiffany. It's Tiffany. Number 1. Who is at number 1? Well, number 1 for me is Sunny from Girls' Generation. She's definitely my top bias, and she's like way up there. I mean, Tiffany's awesome at number 2, but Sunny's she is number 1. Now, she utilizes Aegyo, which I know a lot of people, if they've seen enough videos, they probably get tired of her because it's basically her just being utterly ridiculously cute. Now, it works on me every time. Every time she utilizes it, I smile. I can't help it. She's actually a really, really good singer, and in the early days of Girls' Generation, she didn't sing like in her high voice, what she sings now more often. She sang in a lower, more warm tone, which actually is really, really good, and I wish she would utilize that more in the songs. When I first saw the video of Flower Power, I kind of only knew Jessica and Tiffany, mainly because they're American names. But when I watched the video, I paid most of my attention to the girl with the short blonde hair. And I just think she stood out above everyone. Maybe because it was the short hair or something, but she quickly became my favorite. She knocked Jessica right off the list because Jessica was my number 1 at that time. And she just knocked Jessica off the list, and she's been the top ever since. On top of singing and dancing in the group, she's also done stage acting, where she's done theater. She's also done DJing, and I kind of went overboard yesterday and I watched like about 2 hours of nothing but Sunny videos. It was all side stuff from like her DJing stuff, so she would like lip sync to to songs that were playing over the DJ, and I just think she's really funny. And I would say her personality is very close to mine. Our personalities are very similar, and I can see myself getting along with her a lot. Yeah, she's just awesome. I really don't know what else to say about her. It's Sunny. It's absolutely Sunny. And I actually ordered the Sunny version of I Got a Boy not too long ago, and I'm just awaiting its arrival. I can't say much more about Sunny. She's just awesome. So there you have it. You have my top 15 bias list from the girls' side. I will be making a guys' list here pretty soon. So yeah, thank you for watching. If some of your girls were on that list, I apologize. I still have to listen to more girls groups and girls solo artists, but I recently listened to IU, Allie, Kara, Miss A, so I mean there's more, Sister, so I mean there's more groups out there, and some of them I'm liking a lot already, so the list will constantly change. It's just gonna constantly be changing, so look forward to an update sometime soon, maybe not so soon, but yeah, thanks for watching and see you guys later.